Oh, hello. Welcome to me. Oh no, don't do that. I want Arduino. Thank you. I'll just put the restream chat over here. If the title's updated correctly, we're going to be finagling with an ATtiny. We haven't touched these guys in a good long while ever since we got into Python. And Flair's also going to participate in the experiment. So realistically, our only goal is to just refamiliarize ourselves with C. We've written a fair bit of code in C, but it's been a while since I've touched it, so I don't know what to do. Also, say hi, Flair. Nobody heard that, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. They heard that one.
Sad face.
I reckon I'll set up a couple doobly-doos here. I will just go ahead and be a little bit merciful and offset my audio, and yeah, we're good. We don't need any filters. Thank you. Now that I see that I have audio, I'll put Restream up over here. And a couple last things we'll do is we'll just make sure our camera mounted on our freaking trebuchet is nice and stable. Pointing at our device. There we go. Unfortunately, the trebuchet doesn't really get any further away from the thing than that. So, I take it you don't remember anything about C++ or C, do you?
I remembered working on it a little bit for, no, that was a Luna script, never mind.
Yeah, and Lua script's weird. Lua script is weird because I don't know if Lua has error handling. In Lua, it's just like, you must be perfect at all times, you freaking noob cake. So I'll try to figure out what's going on. Update titles. I just want to verify our titles are correct. It should be like returning to C, ATtiny as redacted device. Yeah, looks like it. Seems that way. All I remember is, first of all, this is ugly. I agree with other people now about making your code look like that. I learned it like this. You should probably see too. So how's about I do that thing where I create an output projector and we'll just make it a window, bring it over there, minimize it, and then share your screen as the output projector. Oh, I don't see it. Heck. Maybe I'll just make yours be monitor 3? 4. You don't need it to be 15. I don't really need to use that much bandwidth. So then I'll go over here. Grab the output projector, and here we go. Move it over there. There we go. You can see it now, Fleur?
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Alright. So, like I said, I've seen some people write their functions like this. Might be just a little bit more readable, but who gives a good damn? So I'm going to open up something that, from the sketchbook examples maybe? For fading. We're just going to look at how it works. So they do an analog write. We don't necessarily have to, but it exists, so we'll do it. Heck, my monitor just went out again. It's up. So I'll do, define we're gonna do ours through these because I am freaking silly. It's gotta have to do something with the fucking power going into that. I swear. Something that's plugged in is pissing off my other monitor. Maybe I have stuff under here. Here we go. Define. Oh. Let's see. Pin mode. Remember, we're writing in C, so semicolons have to be added at the end of statements. So pin mode, LED, pin output, right? Gonna have to go look at some examples. They just do an analog write, but I thought you needed to set the pin mode. Well, I guess they don't. So I guess we don't need to set the pin mode. And then let's go look up another example of how they do an analog read. So well, they did their LED there. Oh, but they're doing it low or high. That makes sense. And so you don't really need to set it. So fuck it. We won't. Just keep those up anyways. So within our loop, we want to read a potentiometer. Oh no, because I don't have any audio going. You know what? We'll fix that. We'll make this entertaining for y'all. We'll play some shop channel music, 10-hour loop. It's my go-to. Hell yeah.
I mean, I can't disagree that it doesn't fit with coding.
uint 8_t because we don't need it to be we don't really need it to be signed. You know what? That's unsigned, right? Meaning 0 through 255? Probably. And instead of defining it like int or byte or anything, we're going to be incredibly conservative with our memory and declare the smallest variables for the smallest of things. And this will be a constant, or yeah, I guess. That means it's unchanging. I don't know what a static versus a constant is anymore. It's been too long. If anybody else got them big boy brains. And we'll do uint 16. Oh hey, I need to name it. LED underscore pin. There we go. And then this one will be called output level. No. We'll start the analog value at 0. These are statements, right? So I probably should put semicolons, right? Is that how it works? Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so for every stage of the loop, analog value equals analog read LED underscore pin. Followed by analog write. Oh no, we're not reading the LED pin. We need a potentiometer pin. Pot pin. What pin are we gonna use for the ADC? Well, first of all, this is a good time to go look up documentation on the ATtiny 85. Analog to digital converter pins. Okay, so from... I need a pair of tweezers. You're watching carefully, Flare? So on our little guy, see how on the circuit board diagram down here, there's this little dippy dip? And up here on the chip, there's a little dot. That indicates that that is the top of the chip. So if we're looking at our pins, from the top of the chip, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you look here, you see this number like, well, you see it better on this side. You see a 3 and a 4, even though those were not what I told you they were. Well, those correspond to the digital pin things. So what we care about is 3 and 4. Those are going to be analog 2 and analog 3. And over here, 2 is also analog. So shit, let's be Santa. We'll use 2. Alright, so I only have some gimpy chords for us to use. So we'll do ground as blue. Ooh! It changed the zooming. Let me fix that. I don't want it to zoom on us while we're trying to plug stuff in. That should be good. I'll just drag that off to the side somewhere. Preferably not in the way of flare.
Surely not.
Thank you, Himpwick. That's hilarious. And that's on the Twitch platform, right? Yeah. I knew I shouldn't have trusted it. Well, I will go fix that from here then. I tried to do it from Restream, but yeah. And zoink! There we go. Category should be updated. Hopefully it didn't stay all wiggity whack from... Go away! I need my Restream back. Thank you. Anyways, I left the Restream chat window, so I lost you for a second there. So, we're gonna... If we bring our... If we bring our guillotine thingamajoo over here, you can see I plugged it into a pin. We're gonna plug that into the board somewhere. Here's good. Apologies if it's a little ugly to see. I haven't touched programming the ATtiny in a while, so we're jumping back onto that. So now we gotta go positive, which was up here. And we'll plug that into the red somewhere on the board. Right next to him. Boop. There we go. Now, we said pin 2 on the ATtiny, right? Or analog pin. The diagram we looked at showed... This diagram here showed, like, pin 7 is digital 2 and analog 1. And looking over here, it shows the digital on the little in-between. Kind of hard to see, but there's a 2 there. So we'll connect from there to the sweeper of our potentiometer down here. And then the potentiometer, I need 2 more cords to plug that into power and ground. And I have 2 really ugly ones, so that's what we'll use. That'll be ground. And this'll be power. So the theory is that everything is now plugged in. So back to code. Let me get my chat back up. Ooh, Fable Anniversary. Chicken chasers, so you like to chase chickens? I've not played that game in an eon.
It's a classic, right?
So, you'll be paying attention to the little glowy chip there. Hopefully I don't stare at it. That's a good-ass game, I tell you what. I tell you what. So we're gonna do a function inside of a function. We gotta do map. I don't remember how to map, so I might have to... Analog in out serial apparently has some info, so we'll open that. Okay. Something to 0. Oh, the thing to map. The upper bounds and the lower bounds. Gotcha. So I'll do the same thing. So map, analog, value. $10.23. We want to correspond to 0 to 255. Should be good. I guess we just upload it and pray. Compile that. Uh-oh, it did not compile. Holy smokes, it did not do the thing I wanted it to do. Let's try this. Maybe it will work. Uh-oh. Expected primary expression before analog value. What does that even mean? Oh! Digital pin 2. No. Analog pin 1. Right? Yeah. That's fucking sick. Oh! Expected a comma. Or semi. Jeez, I'm not used to C. Too few arguments. Oh. That's the value, and this is the pin we need. This will be... Upload? No! Why? Yikes. We'll try a different, we'll just try USB Tiny IPC. Maybe it'll work. Error. We'll try a different clock speed. Error. AVR device initialized. Device signature 0. Let's Google that. Interesting. Yeah, microwaves are whack, dude. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's still like a wonder this one guy randomly cooked his food in the microwave and everyone else thinks he's crazy and then it became a thing.
Wait a minute, do I not use this one to program anymore? Didn't I switch to... I thought I did it off of the Goog. Yeah, this is silly. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's open you from the Goog. Let's see, how do I pull up this? I think it's another device manager? Says things are working properly. Let's open up the other one. Although, you know, to be honest, I've had ATtiny 85 programmers just die all of a sudden out of nowhere, so it wouldn't shock me in the slightest if it was just straight up dead. Well, don't seem to be like it's doing nothing. Try this. Unplug some shit first. Doesn't seem like it's malfunctioning. We'll just run some stuff. So much troubleshooting only to get nothing done.
Patch one around, and now there's 2 bugs in the code.
Yes, precisely. Oh, I see a light. That's good.
Light.
Updates available for some of your boards and libraries. Thank you. Yes, I would love to update these things. Alright, so we saw the light. That was a good sign. That means things will work. So we just had to switch to something. We just had to change some settings. That's it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. That's good. I'm just gonna update everything. Uh-oh. Java is having some issues? You've got issues, Java.
Get help, Java.
Typical of something written in Java. Oh. Alright, this is gonna be whack. We're gonna upload it.
Be okay.
Done uploading. Oh yeah, it's whack. Let's plug things in and then... So, put our input in. This was our power, our juice. Our juice and anti-juice pins are now in, and let's plug it back. Okay, so now the expected behavior is that the brightness of the light will change as I change the potentiometer. If I can change the potentiometer. This is not the right tool for the job. I need a tiny little screwdriver. We don't need that other programmer, since it was just a switching libraries issue. Ooh. Ooh. That's not good. That is not the expected behavior. It's map map. Expected one of them. Forgot a semicolon again. An error. Double check connections. Initialization has failed. How about now? Maybe we shouldn't use pin 2. I thought the resistances would change. We'll try setting the pin modes. I don't think that's going to make a difference, but we'll try it. Error. We're going to swap over to a different analog pin. So I'll go back to my AVR hookup guide, and I think we're in slot 3. So with slot 3, we're going to do A3. Okay, that doesn't work. We'll open an example of the smoothing and see if it works. Maybe my potentiometer's whack? I've not yet had good luck with trim pots, so... I mean, we can obviously see it's fading. That's probably an issue with the potentiometer. I'll get my squeezies and give it a couple squishes. Y'all know it's a game changer with your components? Styrofoam. Just get a little bit of styrofoam to stick in your board so that your components don't jump positions. I mean, I don't think that's making a connection, but here's hoping. One thing I could test is the voltage. Do that. We'll see if our potentiometer is even working. That has really been eons since I've done this. So we'll just rip out our voltimeter. And I'll tell you what measurements I'm taking because they're not going to show up on screen. Ah! Different, yeah. Let's try our old code then. Maybe I'm just a dum-dum. Wait a minute. Get out of here. Oh. So, word of advice. Make sure your variables are reading the right thing. We were reading the light, and the light was a value of on, so it was reading on constantly. Alright. That's the simple shit. So that just shows us a direct, reading of that value. Now, this is not actually what we want to do. What we want to do is send this to our Raspberry Pi. Since, as you know, the Raspberry Pi does not have an analog to digital converter, so you can't do things like read a potentiometer directly from your Pi. You could do analog reading, or digital readings, I should say. And I very clearly think we have a need for analog. I want to put a little knob on my Raspberry Pi so that I can turn it and adjust it up and down. So, Flair, would you mind telling our audience what we're going to need?
Me?
Yeah!
Why me?
You're the code expert.
No, I'm not.
Neither am I.
This is your homework, not mine. Don't get your girlfriend to do your homework.
This isn't homework, this is a project.
Don't make your girl do your projects for you.
I'm gonna look up SPI versus I2C. So what I want to do, read a potentiometer be told to read a potentiometer and then just wait. One of the lazy ways we could do that is to just sleep constantly, but that's kind of poopy. So what I actually want to happen is communicate via I2C, listen, just constantly sit there in a state of sleep, and then when the Raspberry Pi sends a request for the state of the potentiometer, then it sends that back. I could persistently do it, but I think this acting as a redacted device would probably be better. Now, how to actually do that, I don't know yet.
Excellent.
I don't see anything else here. Oh my god. What is this nonsense it's asking me to read? You ready to see some scary shit?
I'm ready for the Ingers.
Watchdog interrupts, man. Does this not have imports? Funnily enough, so we're going to follow this project, I guess. And funnily enough, I have a photoresistor on hand. Ew, he's doing pin 7 as his service clock, and pin 5 as his SDA. Those are the programming pins though, bruh. But shoot, let's do it! In our case, we won't use a photoresistor, we'll use our potentiometer. Do we have I was going to say he's using the tiny wire S. Do we have that? Get out of here, fading. We don't need you. Do I have an I2C anything library? That one seems pretty good. Oh, here's BitBang I2C. I think that's the one I want to use. You're the cute one. You are the cute.
No, stop that. Don't you lie on stream. You might get in trouble.
Eep. I think the BitBang library has some examples, right? Oh hell yeah, here we go. Okay, let's start unplugging some stuff. Yeah. Unplug all the things. And plug this too. I don't want to see that bright light. There we go. Oh, this is so much more complex than Python. When I eventually get to the Python portion of this, it's going to be so easy. We're not going to use the bit bang. Sorry for the Rona cough.
Ruby, don't joke about that. You're gonna make me concerned.
I got a flu shot today, so it's very likely that I will have some allergic style reactions to it for a bit. Most of the flu shots I've gotten tend to make me get sniffly. Yeah. You're the cute one.
Oh, no. No.
Holy smokes, man. I think I just want to understand one. Alright, are you ready to see some shit I don't understand? Watch this. We're just gonna get rid of those, we don't need them yet. What did I just write? BB equals II and 7. Ampersand 7. What?
Your fingers are just doing what it wants.
I don't understand what this means. Oh. We're just going to paste that in. All right. I think we'll come back to that. I think for the most part what's going to be happening is we're probably just going to word for word copy this, I guess. We'll just cut that and go to Arduino. Libraries, and we'll just stick it in. Boop. Seems fine. Seems legit. Let's relaunch this. The Goog. Oh, there's tiny wire S. So cool. Itchy, itchy, itch, itch.
Yeah.
Or we're just gonna upload it. Has no name send. Did you mean read? I'll try write. Heck. Sleep mode power save not declared in the scope. I would have thought up at the top when we included AVR sleep.h. Let's go there. Oh, we're not going to find it in there. I don't get where... What does that even mean? Sleep mode power save was not declared in this scope. What if I do... Will it give me that error again? No. Interesting. So it seems like it has idle, ADC, and probably power down. Interesting. Excuse me.
You're excused for now.
Oh no, I didn't want it to open code blocks. Where's find next? I don't want to open it in code blocks. Here we go. Notepad++. Baller. We'll try to just sleep the ADC. It did seem like it had a standby option. So we can see from the little glowy light that something seems to be different with it. So what we'll do now, we're going to unplug you. Ugh. And here we have a beautiful Arduino that we were testing input stabilization using this really nifty little chip there. We'll just reconvert this. Very dusty since haven't really touched this stuff in aeons. Don't really need button inputs. Don't really need that. Don't need that. I'm out of here. We'll do this the pro way though. Get some tweezies and come in under there and just he's out. Ah! Lose the tweezies. And we'll do the same thing for our little guy. Take our tweezies and just gently get between the legs and wiggle it a little that way. Wiggle it a little this way. Should be good now. It's like pulling teeth.
Yes.
Alright, our ATtiny is ready. Oh my gosh. Great. ATtiny's in place. Let's give him some juice. So he should get plenty of juice. I think I have little leadlets over here. Do I remember how to wire up an ATtiny? If you don't, pull up the pinout. There you go. Alright, so down here at the bottom, we see ground is going to be pin 4. This one? Looks like pin 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ew. Gross. What's that little white spot on my finger? Oh, it's just gross. Pin 8 to 5 volts. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. In our case, that's going to go to 3.3 volts so that it will be a doobly-doo. Okay. Get a 10K visitor. Luckily, I got one of those on board, ready to go. It's kind of tall and gigantic. I don't often trim the leads yet, but we'll do that now. Why don't I trim the leads? I like static electricity and interference. I really hate that. That ground really sinks in there. I should have left those leads untrimmed. I think it's making a connection. Oof! My bad.
Oof.
I boomed. The photoresistor is gonna go from juice to there. It wants some 5-volt juice, so we're gonna feed it some 5-volt juice. And our measurement pin is going to be pin 2. Ah! Goodbye, wire. I would like to see that pin out much larger. Shoop. That, and shoop like that. There we go. Was he asking for digital pin or... No. And I always forget how to do LEDs, so we'll just go from pin 3 over to here. And I'm going to assume that... Let me bring up the Logitech thing so you can see it flare. I'm going to make the assumption that I can figure out the flat side. Like it's that. Right there. And that's the round side? Yeah, that's the flat. And then it's calling for a 220 ohm resistor. Nah, we're gonna use 1K. I know way better than these guys. 1K is actually just what we have on hand, so that's what we're gonna use. Besides, this is gonna be blinding and bright as fuck anyways if it works. And that's it for that. Now it's just calling for Sir Clock and Sir Da. That's all of those. That's the LED through the thing and that through the thing. Oh, I have to power this via that kind of cord. Which I happen to have on hand. That's good. So I can remove this from service. I programmed it. I don't need that. Yeah. We just want to power the board and see what happens. So far, nothing. What if I take a little flashlight and shine it on that photoresist? And we'll actually go back to our Arduino. And I guess we'll test a reader. So let's do a new sketch. We'll copy this. Uno, COM4, using probably I don't know, AVRISP, that seems fine. Include wire.h. We'll just do it from here. We'll just wire begin, I guess. And I guess we'll just drop this into the loop. This is gonna be pretty wacky. Do I need to include serial? Oh. What are the serial baud rates? I ask you like you know. 115200. 115200. Organdy. Expected before. Yeah. Ooh! That's wacky. Let's go set this up to request only every couple seconds. Yeah! I missed. Been such a long time since I've done this. I am so not used to C, man. I'm missing so many semicolons. Okay. Now we've got to figure out what is a... We got to figure out what pins that the Uno uses as SDA. Looks like A4 and A5. So we gotta hook up A4 is the SDA to pin 5 of the ATtiny. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit of a stretch. And then pin 4, service clock, to A5 of that, to pin 7. It's less of a stretch. I am so sorry I keep bonking you guys. Okay, theoretically, if I plug this in, if I plug this in, nothing happens. What a shock. Well, I think it's wire communicating. I need a little tiny flashlight though. Phone? Nothing from our end. Well, that does explain what I was expecting. Okay, we'll take out that one for now. We'll use it later. There we go. I forgot avoid loot. Just verifying that it's uploading correctly. It's uploading correctly. And now we're going to nix all of that. I'm just gonna copy from another thing. I don't know what setting the mem set is for. They didn't add any comments. Heck, yeah, this is beyond me right now. Alright, well, sorry for this incredibly boring stream, but we'll play around